Alright, I'm going to be discharging this monitor before I work on it, and I'm going to be removing the PCB later, also called the monitor chassis. So first you want to verify that it is in fact unplugged. So here's the monitor's power cord, and it's definitely unplugged from the machine. And even go ahead and unplug the video input for it, so it's completely isolated. So what you want to do is you have your discharging device, basically a screwdriver with a fairly thick gauge wire attached to the metal of the screwdriver, and I have electrical tape over it, and just an alligator clip in this case to attach the end of the bare wire to somewhere metal on the frame. It really doesn't matter where you do it, just somewhere out of the way so you're not going to touch it is a good idea. So first I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and clip it right here. So as long as it's nice and tight on there, and I just happen to have this extra little thing, I'm just going to throw this guy in one of these holes here. So as long as it's touching metal and everything's touching metal, you're good. So what's going to happen is the charge, if there is a charge, held in the anode hole from the flyback transformer down here. If there is a charge, it's going to be discharged to the monitor. So underneath here there's metal clips that attach to a hole. Basically it reminds me of a Christmas ornament, a bauble, how the metal top attaches to the glass base. It's pretty similar to that as far as style. So I'm going to slide under the screwdriver under here, and notice I'm wearing a glove, a nice pink glove in this case, and my other arm is away from the unit. It's a good idea to only have one arm doing this, that way you're not touching something unintentionally as you're doing this, and the charge won't go through your body, across your heart and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be hitting the metal underneath here and removing it if I can in one swoop. This monitor's been off for a while, so it shouldn't have a charge. So now basically I didn't hear anything, but as long as you know for sure that you have hit the metal underneath, you know it's pretty safe to assume that it's discharged. Now I'm going to remove the anode cap and get it off. This one's stuck on there pretty good. There it goes. So underneath here you can see the two clips that remind me of the ornament holders that hold the metal top onto the ornament. So now that we have this off, I'm just going to go ahead and double check it and make sure it is discharged. You can go ahead and, if you want to, stick it right to the metal frame, just so the metal of the hole. This is probably unnecessary, but it's good to have the peace of mind that the actual metal of that is touching the metal. And that's it. So now you've discharged your monitor, and as far as the flyback charge goes, it's safe to work on. Okay, so now you have the flyback transformer disconnected from the anode hole, and it's discharged. So now the next step is removing the actual PCB from the frame here in the monitor, so if you wanted to work on it. And these have a couple of clips on here that I'm going to remove. And there's a couple of other wires that you're going to have to remove before you can remove the chassis from the monitor itself. First, I'm going to pull out the degaussing coil wire, and that's this black thing right here, this cable. This is the degausser for the monitor, and it's attached to the satellite board in this case. So I'm going to unplug that. And then also, the neck board will have a connection to the main PCB. Oh, I'm sorry, the yoke will have a connection to the main PCB that you'll want to remove as well before you can actually pull the sucker out. Let's go and throw this up here. And then the neck board will come out of the tube. Just pull it straight out and slowly. And I've already removed the screws. There's one in each corner, so there was 4 screws I removed from this PCB that holds it onto the the bottom there, and I'll remove it. Just be careful not to knock anything off while you're doing this. This particular PCB is a mess. It has so many solder boards on here. And then there you have it. Now you're ready to, oops. I actually have one more wire here. This is I believe some sort of grounding wire for the monitor. I'm not sure what this one does actually, but it goes to this metal band around the tube. I will remove that from the neck board. Okay, now it's ready to go, and you're ready to work on it.